We interrupt your regularly scheduled play-to-earn gaming to bring you this special report from a metaverse far, far away. Allegedly, Alien World's METAFORCE comic book covers have been discovered scattered across the 6 exoplanets of Alien Worlds. Nobody knows where these AWMF CBs came from or why. But Captain Church of the Federation says that... Wait just one moment. We're getting a report that a rich deposit of Alien World's METAFORCE comic books have been discovered on one of the 6 exoplanets. The planet that it has been discovered on is... That feels right. Okay. Good morning, good noon, good night. It's Monk Day, November 2020, the 2nd. The year is 2021. The date is 1:03 p.m. You are watching the Upland Action NFT News. My name is LeftHousr, and I am joined by my co-hosts and co-mostesses, my brother, Left. How the hell are you today on this Monday?
Monk Day again has come so quick. Look at we're here with the beautiful Mars, Utah. Happy to see you. And the Penguin Man is in the house. Been a heck of a weekend, I'll tell you that. And I'm ready for the action to start once again.
Indeedly doodly. Mr. Mars, Utah, how are we today?
Oh, fantastic. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you loud and clearly.
All right, perfect. My mic was being a little wacky when I set up. It's been a minute since I joined you boys. So,
yes.
Yeah, happy to be back on this fantastic Monk Day here at the end of 2021.
Yes. Indeed. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the year. Almost time to start reflecting and looking back, but not quite yet.
Possibly maybe planning some celebrations.
Some celebratory, yes. That is in order for sure. Lots of things to celebrate coming up here at the end of the year. Mr. Penguin, how are you today?
Hello, I'm good. I'm pumped. I've got some weird effect on my camera. I look like a spirit at the end of Return of the Jedi or something. Like I've just come back to make sure Luke does well.
Is that a hologram penguin, or are you the real penguin?
We'll never know.
Penguin Palpatine.
Help me, Penguin. You're my only hope. Help me. Penguin.
Oh, I wish everyone would stop saying that.
Oh, good Lord.
But yeah, it was a great weekend, and got to see I got to watch a cool movie last night with my weirded beardo pal and some child he found. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yes, indeed. If nobody knows what the Penguin is talking about, we had a screening last night for the Action Family Club Card holders in our Discord channel of our film Sick of It All. It's the title of it. And Emmett kidnaps a child in the movie. So that should bring you up to speed on what the hell the old Penguin is talking about.
In the movie.
Oh, yeah, in the movie, indeed. Okay, so we do have a fantastic show here for you. We have a special guest coming in and into the studio here in a little bit. It's our man from Accursed Share, our special friend John Connor, Block Unchained,
however you might know him. He has several names. I'm sure he has several other names that I don't know. But before we bring him on in here, let's do a little bit of perusing around the metaverse assist and catch you up on some news that's going on in the space assist. What's going on over there with the Metaforce guys there, Mr. Penguin?
Oh man, well, first of all, that breaking news trailer at the top of the show was something else, eh? How about that?
Yeah, what the hell, right?
Things are heating up. That's
Uh-huh.
really all we can say. Things are heating up. No, actually, there's more I can say. We'll have our MetaFusion Monday tonight as well, of course, happening in about 4 hours time. And as has been true the last couple weeks, there will be an opportunity to maybe find one of those AWMFC
Species.
EC,
Or CBs,
right?
yeah.
CB.
That's a
And
lot of letters.
oh, now the
Wow.
cat is sorry. This cat, like I said, you got to take the love when you can get it from this one. So there'll be an opportunity to win one of those on MetaFusion Monday tonight, or many of those on MetaFusion Monday tonight. But also for those of you who have had the opportunity to go into the Gifty Kids Discord, the Courier is offering a few of those posters in the Metaforce channel on that Discord. And not many people have taken him up on the offer. I believe you just have to drop your wax address. First come, first serve. So that might be a quick and easy way to get one.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's man. We got to go over there and set some stuff up. Awesome. That's very cool. So yeah, the Gifty Kids, that's coming along.
Coming along nicely.
Yeah. I think I might have another collection to confirm here coming in soon. Hopefully today.
Yeah, we should have the website up in the next few days. I've been looking at the design. Yeah, things are rolling. It's almost like a pop-up shop, kind of. We got to get it all up, get it sold out, break it all down.
Yeah. Oh, and there's some surprises and treats coming down the old El Pipo from Metaforce for Christmas too. Okay, that's all I can say on that. That's all I can say on that.
I'm unaware of such a thing, but if you say so.
There you go.
Just kidding. I'm not unaware of it.
What an evil grin that was.
I know, while he pets his cat like Inspector Gadget's doctor.
I'll get you, Gadget, next time.
Yeah,
I love that. His hand would be just like right there at the screen, pet that cat.
Yep.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Right. Well, the old train stations went up for auction all last week from Train of the Century. And then they had their white listings for fellows like me who had bought in every pack. And then 45 minutes before showtime, you had to go and pick up this ticket, which I did not know of, and I missed out. And
I picked up my ticket. I got a station.
Good man.
Yeah, I believe I tried to call you.
I appreciate it.
I enjoyed your voicemail, by the way.
I had calls from you, Rico. I had people hitting me on and trying to wake me. Boulder Magic was hitting me. Everybody was trying to wake me up, but I had no friggin' idea. I was the saddest man. Saddest man. Here, Kitty can confirm. I was really sad that day.
I bet. If there's anything you want in on, it's trains. So
right. So I'm even willing. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I have a train station in Upland. If anybody wants to do a swap-a-roo, I would do it.
Hey.
Whoa.
Just throwing it out there.
That's a pretty good deal.
Just throw it out
Very
there.
interesting.
I'm not
Get
kidding
this
around.
man his train set for Christmas.
I'm a
that shows
man.
you the level of commitment here. That's a big offer.
It is. Real big offers. And it's out there into the universe, or the unicorn, as they say. So
Mando says she's surprised by your offer, but we'll
is?
consider it. Mando.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, didn't you know this show was about my cat today? I thought you got the memo.
Yeah, no, I'm serious about Train of the Century. That's how damn serious I am. Another one I'm serious about, Coin Pirates. And they have this neat little trailer I wanted to show you guys. If you guys wanted to see it real quick. Let me get the sound on for it. Come on, turn on. Turn up, as they say.
For what?
Is that what the kids say?
Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Yes. So since I missed out on getting a damn train station, I decided that I would just be an idiot, and I went and I bought a soldier pack. So the deal is, Coin Pirates are supposed to get going this month. They were supposed to start gameplay this month, but they're holding off till December 24th is now the new deal. And when they do open up, though, it's the fellers and the fellettes that are holding these packs that will, when you open the packs, they're going to let us open them up. There's a boat in there and stuff, but the people holding those packs are the only ones that are going to get into the first round of beta. So I'm like, I'm not missing out on that. So I dropped a couple pennies to get myself a boat to feel better about missing out on the train station.
Always helps.
Yeah, it does always. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something that I'm very proud of that I picked up this weekend. It's I think Mars, you might be interested in it since you're a collector. It's definitely a collector's item here. It's from I don't know.
Quite a few good mail days when I was gone. So that's a good segue. After this, I have something I'll show you.
Oh, great, cool. Well, shit. Do you want to show me what you got first, and then I'll show you mine?
All right. Well, yeah.
Let's see what you got.
This
let me
the
make
real
this big
world
screen.
dipping itself into NFTs pretty significantly. So this is from U2's, which is about the size of a Funko.
Wow.
Is Zhong 2.0 designed by Beeple. So
Whoa.
There's
you picked that dude up?
333 of these made. So I have not opened it yet. It's in a pretty sweet box here, but that's what the actual figure looks like. This crazy techno robot Kim Jong-il. And it comes with two little soldiers that you can stand in front of it that point guns at them. So that was designed by Beeple.
Holy shit, that's really
so
cool.
Trying to get my hands on one of those for a while. Unfortunately, I'm not going to open that one yet.
No, there's only 300 of them in the world, you say?
333.
333. Yeah. Wow.
So, no, there should be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
if
awesome.
anything should have one, it should be that. But so
that is really cool. Well, mine comes from He-Man. So
yes.
let me pull it up. I have a photo of it right here. So there it is. I got this new He-Man fanny pack. You see it on the screen there. I just picked that up though the other day. My actually Kitty's sister got it for me as a gift. So thank you for that.
Look at you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Say goodbye to Prince Adam. That's a
like
He-Man.
I can go anywhere. I don't need to wear underwear anymore and just wear the fanny pack. It's perfect. It's got a little cover and everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, that was the deal there over the weekend. But yours is a little bit cooler than mine.
I don't think so.
Cool. No,
I don't know.
Swapperoo? You want to do a swapperoo or what are you thinking?
A He-Man loincloth fanny pack? I mean, are there
No.
3 better words? Or how many words that actually is?
I don't think so. I don't think there is. All right. I'm being rude. We're being rude. Let's bring our guestesses into this conversation here. Mr. John Connor from ACCURSED SHARE. Please come on into the Upland Action NFT News Studio. Oh my goodness gracious me. There he is. How are we, John Connor? How are we?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Doing good.
Man.
How are you?
To see you? Yeah. How's the world treating you?
Good. I've been, really busy. Working, traveling. I just spent a month in India. Getting ready for Art Basel. I don't know if are you guys gonna make it to Miami?
I will not be in Miami
Art
this
lovers?
year.
Love to, but
Yeah, it was close, but there's just too much going on at this time of year, and this year in particular.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. But kind of last minute, I got a couple of speaking slots, and we closed a couple of projects. So I'm like, okay, cool. We've kind of got as a company, we've got everything moving now. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to Miami, get out of the Chicago winter, and check out some cutting edge art.
Yeah, heck yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. How was India?
Awesome. It's an amazing place. Not to get too personal, but I got engaged at the Taj Mahal. So,
hey, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Got to stay in some palaces and stuff. It's a lovely place. New Delhi's really intense. It's definitely a lot going on there. But
you didn't kill any cows over there, did you?
No, absolutely did not. There were no beef burgers had during my stay in India.
Fair enough.
A lot of masala,
Yum.
and a lot of eggplant.
Oh, that's cool. And so that was just a kind of like a vacay trip, or were you out there for work as well, or?
Oh yeah. So I was just working remotely. It's funny. I did run into some really awesome crypto people out there, which was just happenstance actually. But we're everywhere, so that's really exciting. We find each other. Yeah. But my fiance has a company out there. Actually, she's been running it for 10 years. It's a social impact company that focuses on kind of upskilling women in need. So she went out there, and it's a pretty wild place. So I went out there with her. Keep everything safe.
That's amazing. Super cool. So you guys are gearing up here for a new project here from ACCURSED SHARE, yeah?
Yeah. We have a couple that we are about to announce, but yeah, you got the alpha on one. I believe it's funny. We didn't even make an official announcement about this one yet. So this is actually the first external thing about this project, period. We've only announced it to our Discord, and obviously, we had some kind of incentive mechanisms set up for the whitelist, so it ended up getting out. It actually blew up. The whitelist is 2x oversubscribed, and we're actually going to develop a new tier in order to further incentivize people, because we're already at like 21K on the whitelist, and we've only announced 1 out of 5 celebrities. Not even announced, right? Only even mentioned 1 out of the 5 celebrities that are a part of this drop to our community. So this week we're going to announce the other 4 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it's going to be a really crazy week.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's nuts. And you have a couple of other things you guys are dropping soon too?
Yeah. So one that we announced, kind of a light announcement that we made, I think it was Saturday actually. So the technology that we've been working on as kind of the backbone of these NFT projects, we've standardized some of these things and made them really efficient. Our recent CTO, Marcus, has been really digging into NFT architecture for the entire previous year prior to coming on board with us. So he had a lot of these ideas and concepts mapped out prior, and he's just had the time to put them together now. So we're calling this smart contract that'll be the backbone of our projects the Infinity contract. And that's for a couple of reasons. Like one, it enables people to make dynamic NFTs without requiring any gas. And they can be decentralized as well. They can be semi-centralized or pseudo-centralized, like pulling API from servers, but they can also pull pulling data from APIs, which are on servers, but also they can pull data from oracles and update kind of automatically without having to use any gas fees. So it really will open up, I think, what people can do with dynamic NFTs. And then there's the upgradability. So, there's this funny thing about NFTs where like people want them to like be around forever. And it's one of the big selling points. But the reality is that like the architecture and the value concepts in the space are moving so quickly that like, there might be a standard that comes out. Like we have, ERC 721, everyone knows about that standard. It's the gold standards in the ETH and ETH adjacent space. But if there's a new standard for like, let's say royalties, or a new standard for fractionalization, right, that becomes the norm, all of your NFTs prior to that are going to feel technologically outdated. Right?
So basically kind of what you're saying, just to break this down into layman's terms, is you're basically saying like NFTs might turn from vinyl into cassette tapes, into CDs, and then back to fucking vinyl again, because vinyl was the best. Like something like that. Like as the technology morphs and changes, is what you're kind of saying, that the old ways might be obsolete. Like vinyl went out of, for a little while. Cassettes, nobody's really making cassettes anymore, I don't think. Like, is that kind of what you're saying, in the way that, like, they don't make that technology anymore, so we can't really do anything going forward with that in this way?
Yeah, kind of. I think there's a lot of baggage that's implied at the transition of those mediums, right? Because there's cassettes can be pretty cool. There was like recording and stuff that you can't do with CDs, right? So it
Not to
wasn't a
knock
full
'em.
upgrade, right? It wasn't a full. So CDs aren't a full upgrade in every way from cassettes, but the type of upgradability we're talking about is more akin to, like, when you had to buy software on CDs, and then if you wanted to update your software, you had to get a new CD to update your software. And this is like over-the-air updates, right? Baked into NFTs.
Right.
But the cool thing here is, as well, we're implementing this with multi-sig functionality. It's optional based on the NFT projects, and it's also going to be baked into our platform as an option. So someone can choose not to approve an update, right? It's your NFT. You don't want us messing with it. You don't want us breaking your NFT, because that would make it centralized. And so, just like the Gnosis safe, you have a multi-sig that's integrated into the smart contract, so you can control whether or not it gets upgrades in the future. Like, again, I think fractionalization is a really cool example. I think it's going to really define ownership in this space in a lot of really important ways. We just saw with like the Constitution DAO, right? Like, they lost, but if they had won, there would have been fractionalized ownership through the DAO, which is cool, but that's a very heavy mechanism to set up. And if you can bake that kind of standard into a smart contract, then I think that's something that a lot of people can get behind. But there hasn't been a standard yet that's like recognized across platforms.
Right.
But when there is, we'll be able to update the Infinity smart contract based NFTs so that your NFTs aren't technologically outdated.
That makes sense. And you used the term dynamic NFTs. What specifically would make an NFT a dynamic NFT versus a regular NFT?
Yeah, so I realize I'm like throwing a lot out there. I'm in the middle of my workday, just getting off a call.
For sure, yeah.
I got to break some of this stuff down. So the simplest example would actually be our first major NFT production, which was the Curse NFT. And that was an NFT that was composed of 5 4K videos, right? The scans of which were done by the team at Protagon, which is the 3D team behind the Avengers series. And they're currently wrapping up filming Avatar 2 and doing the 3D work for that. So each of those frames was like a really unique piece of art, but it was dynamic because based on the price of ETH, you get to see a different one of those 4K videos, right? When the price of ETH goes up 2 days in a row and 5 days in a row, you see a positive one and a more positive one. And then the opposite happens when the price of ETH goes down 2 days in a row and 5 days in a row. And then the final form of this NFT is unlocked, the blessed form, the curse is broken, when ETH hits 20K of value USD. Right. So that's what makes it dynamic. It responds to data. And that's just one example, the price of ETH. When we're talking about dynamic NFTs, they can respond to any data source, right? Theoretically, like the weather, time would be a very simple one. Like, Async is a whole platform that's doing quite well. That's based entirely around just time-based dynamic NFTs, right?
Right.
And you and I talked about this, I think, like 10 months ago when I was first kind of developing these concepts. Like, to us, Async is awesome, but like, the time-based NFT thing is like it's a feature rather than a platform, right? And so, we've developed a smart contract standard that works with a wide variety of different types of data.
Awesome. All right, that's cool. One more question: these Infinity contracts, do they fit into a glove? And there's 5 of them. Is that kind of how this works?
Man, you're blowing the cover for our big drop at the end of the year. You know?
Shit. Okay, sorry.
No, just kidding. But there's some good ideas. That's an example of why I need to talk to people like you guys, because I'm sure there's a lot of creative ideas that we can come up with to make some cool concepts out of this. And one being the branding, right? The Infinity Gauntlet kind of fits quite well. We'll have to figure out some way to metaphorically map that.
Totally. So this new project though is it's okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what it is? It's different photographers that are involved.
So it's actually one photographer, but 5 different celebrities in his collection, right? So again, this is the first time we're announcing this to a public audience. So far, it's only been announced in our Discord. And so let me just let's see.
Are we not supposed to be talking about this right now?
No, we can do it. Let's totally do it. I'm just
Dude,
about
you're
to
messing
send
everything up.
I mean, it's on their website, I mean,
yeah. So I'm just sharing the link in case you want to
Okay.
like screen share it or something. I'm just looking at the Zoom right now, so I don't know what you have on the screen, but
Yeah.
so this project is called Captured Moment, the Master's Process, and it's a collection of photographs from Frederick Auerbach, who's considered like the photographer to the stars. If you check out his Instagram, which is linked on that page, you'll see he's like taking photographs of like, I don't know, almost every A-list celebrity. And it's not just like regular stylized fashion work or anything like that. He's really known for being able to get these unique, resonant, kind of intimate moments that are at the same time like they're intimate, but they're also simple and accessible. And you'll see that. So if you go to that link, you'll see there's a video where he talks about his interaction with Zendaya, right? So this project is based on 5 different celebrities that he has photographed that kind of represent his process, and then also the master series. And I'll explain that in just a moment. So the first of those that we've announced so far is Zendaya. We'll announce the rest of them, you know, as the week unfolds. And every announcement will include, you know, the photos as well as a 3-minute video where he's talking about what the process of developing a relationship to that star was like, and how he was able to capture these very unique moments. So again, it's, you know, if you watch it, you'll see there's a beautiful simplicity to the way he approaches the relationship, and he's able to get results that no one else is able to get, right? And so I'll explain the collection now. There's 2 drops that we've planned so far. We might plan a 3rd because again, demand has kind of blown up, and we didn't plan enough NFTs versus the demand that we're seeing right now. I'm just looking at the whitelist as one frame of reference. So the first drop is going to be a series of 1,700 NFTs based on 30 unique images of different rarity. And that is 6 images of each of these A-list stars. And these are the process pieces. So these are the photos that kind of represent his interaction and the development of his relationship with these individuals as he's approaching getting that master shot, right? The one shot that the photo shoot is really all about, and captures, you know, in kind of final art form, what the purpose of the interaction and the expression is meant to be about. And so the process series is meant to really emphasize how the process is intimately a part of the master itself, right? The final art output itself. And so, like I mentioned, there's going to be just 1,700 of those in this collection, and they're all going to be numbered kind of like prints. And you'll be able to mint one of the collection. You don't know which one you're going to get, and there will be different rarities, right? And so, you know, we expect people to kind of like trade and want to complete the whole collection, right? The rarest of them in this set, there's only 5 of, right? So only 5 people are going to be able to complete the entire collection. And so that's the process series drop. That'll be live December 7th. We do have a whitelist that has already blown up. And there are a bunch of rewards for people that sign up for the whitelist. The first 1,000 went immediately. The next 9,000 went the same day. And we're about to add another tier. We just need to settle on exactly what it's going to include in order to continue incentivizing everyone else that signed up for the whitelist, and to incentivize people to kind of continue to spread the project. And the top 100 referrers to this project will also get a dynamic NFT. It'll actually be the first dynamic NFT that we make publicly available with our Infinity contract. Aside from the Curse NFT, which we did an upgrade to implement the new contract features.
Oh, very cool.
So that's the first drop. And then the second one is the Master Series, which has a collection of NFTs that are a part of it. So the Master Series, there's 5 sets that are each going to be auctioned separately. And each of those 5 sets includes, as the blog post describes, a dynamic NFT highlighting the different aspects of the masterwork by displaying varying edits of the master image at different times of the day. So there will be 6 different edits of the same high resolution image. There will also be a high res photo NFT of the master, of course. This is the actual masterpiece itself in the highest resolution that we have. And then also a high res autographed print of each of the masterwork, and framing on those is optional. So if the auction winner would like, we can frame it and have that shipped to them as well. And then the last part of it is a unique video NFT of the behind the scenes interview that explains the meaning and the interaction of the masterwork, right? And so those are the videos that will be on the website, right? The first of which on Zendaya is already on the current page. So someone will own that video as an NFT as well.
Hot damn. Okay, now I finally
Very
found
cool.
the Instagram link. I was all over.
That's
the
pretty
map.
cool.
Yeah, that's a great project. That's super
Yeah.
cool. And it's I think I got a better understanding too of the technicals and what you guys are able to do with the technology that you're working with. When you you kind of broke my brain by like pointing to async and saying that their only element is time, and that that's just an application versus like the many different ways. So can you kind of invent or create your own ways and apply them to the system? Like if you like, I want to have my measurements be based on, I don't know, like I can't think of something right now, water, bodies of water on the earth or something like that. Can we program that? Yeah.
As long as there's a dependable data source, we can. So
Gotcha.
there's kind of two parts of that. One is we've recently opened up a beta program, and we're working with a number of artists that, like, if they're not part of our like studio productions, they're kind of beta testing for the platform before we have everything built out. And so we've had a number of artists apply so far to be a part of that, and they've got a bunch of different ideas of things that they want to do with different data sources. So there's that. The priority goes to the Accursed Share ticket holders, because we're still trying to provide value to the people that supported our first drop. But we would highly encourage anyone to check out our Twitter, or if you're in our Discord, we've got it in the announcements there as well. But the pinned post on our Twitter has a link to the form. If you have any ideas of some really dope dynamic NFT project that you think would be artistically unique, let us know, and we can collaborate on it together as part of this beta as well. So there's the beta, and then we're building a platform. The platform we haven't fully announced yet, but I'll just give you some sneak peek on that one as well. It's called Factura. So Factura is going to be a dynamic NFT platform, as well as like a full no-code launch platform. So you'll be able to build campaigns on it. We're going to have an integrated page builder. There's going to be galleries that look a lot nicer than what you see on OpenSea. But the core value proposition is going to be based around what you just mentioned, being able to figure out your own way to use different data sources. And then similar to async, like async has these layers. It's a pretty simple concept. When is this one display? When is that one display? So we'll have an interface similar to that, but you'll be able to tie it to whatever data you like.
Awesome.
Sounds
Okay.
fun.
I think you just solved a problem I was having with something I'm trying to create. So that's awesome. We'll definitely have to talk about that.
Of course.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So now, like that, we've kind of covered some of the things that you guys got coming out, and I mean, you're just in India, like you're traveling around. You said you met some crypto, like the conversations that you're having right now about NFTs and everything. What are you excited about? Is there something coming around the corner, or are you guys out there on the leading edge right now that you're like, this is it, we are it right now? Like, we're what's next, or what's exciting you right now in the space?
Yeah. So I mean, it's funny. So to answer your question, like, yeah, we do feel like we're it, right? We want to be on the bleeding edge. Like
Feels like it.
that's our goal. That's our goal as a company. And in terms of like our productions, and then also the technology that we're internally producing and will be integrating to our platform. But that said, obviously, we're fans of the space. We follow the space. We love what other people are doing. Everyone that listens to this already knows about this kind of stuff. But the thing that I think we're most excited about as a company, the innovations around DAOs. So we're going to be launching our own DAO, and this is something that we have been talking about since the cursed ticket drop, because that's actually how you will get voting access to this DAO initially, and it's essentially going to be a competitor to the Accursed Share Studio, right? So our goal is to kind of provide the technology and provide kind of advising and managerial support to the people in our community that will be a part of this DAO, so that they can make their own productions, they can launch them, they can sell a bunch of dynamic NFT art that's very unique, and then they can fractionally share the benefits, right? So they can obviously make a bunch of money doing that, and they can also use their monetary reserves from the DAO to fund other projects, right? So we're actually, this is another thing I haven't quite launched yet, but we're integrating the platform beta with the DAO concept, and we're hopefully going to have a post on that at the end of this week, and maybe by next week at the latest, so that the people who have already developed concepts for our beta, they can get support from our other community members, and those community members can get financial benefits from helping launch these projects, right, that are already to a certain degree defined. And so, you know, the MVP of that is simply sharing the proposals in our Discord and allowing members that have been verified that have the Accursed NFT tickets to be able to vote on those proposals for projects. And then we'll kickstart it. We'll help fund the first one and get it going. And then the goal is over time to develop the kind of, again, like managerial infrastructure and process so that the DAO itself can launch its own projects.
That's awesome. Yeah, the it seems like the DAOs are popping up. It seems like that's a definitely it sort of like the strengthening of the community or whatnot for a lot of these projects, and it's interesting to see these growing. I think I think they're definitely awesome. They're definitely valuable and useful, and I feel like they're the future. It's like definitely, I think a lot more. We're gonna see a lot more of that going forward. I think.
I was just reading a little article about this DAO that's getting together to try and buy an NBA team.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's funny. I heard rumors of that. I saw a tweet about it. I didn't know if it was serious or not. I've been seeing a lot of people say like a DAO to do this, and then it gets like, 10,000 retweets, and I'm like, holy shit, did you just create a DAO? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You only need so many people in the crypto space to actually have enough, finances and reach to get these things rolling. And that's the cool thing, right? I mean, I just, shameless plug, I mentioned DAOs, let me talk about what we're launching. But the point of me bringing up DAOs in the first place is like, we're not DAO experts. We're babies in this. But the truth is we're all babies in the DAO space. Like, the people who are DAO experts have only even been thinking about DAOs for a maximum of 5 years before the phrase was even really coined. Certainly in the context that it's existing in now. So we're just constantly trying to follow projects, look at what's working, what's not working. And we should also be honest, right? There's a lot of this DAO stuff that is not working. There's a lot of DAO stuff where they get minimum participation, or the governance doesn't work very well, or, you run into like letter of the law problems, right? The letter of the law versus the spirit of the law, which is a classic political philosophy problem, which in this context, it plays out as like, you set these standards for a community, but then some complexities pop up, or shades of gray between words, right, in a sentence pop up. And it's like, that's why you end up with like laws that are 500 pages long, and our congressional reps can't read them in the US, right? Because they need to cover everything. They need to cover all the edge cases. And I think slowly these communities that underpin the DAOs are figuring out what it looks like to actually operate as a community in a meaningful way, not just as like, a token holder, and that you're connected on the internet because you hold a token. So yeah, the exciting part for me is like, how do we better connect? How do we take these technologies and figure out how to leverage them in a way that allows us to accomplish meaningful things? Whether it's like buying the Constitution, which may or may not be a meaningful thing, that's pretty subjective, to, like a lot of social impact projects that are popping up that are geared towards kind of producing engines of positive impact.
Yeah. Amen. I say amen to that. Anybody have any other questions for Mr. John Connor about projects here?
Is there any sort of, what time frames are you guys working on to launch your platform, do you feel like?
Yeah, so it's tricky because there's always like varying degrees of MVP, right? So the first version of our platform isn't going to actually have most of the functionality I described. It's simply an NFT viewer that's very elegant. It looks a lot nicer than OpenSea. It's going to have galleries built in, so you can display your NFTs in a really nice way without a bunch of like metadata and pricing info and stuff like that to just like show people. So it'll be iOS and Android, and that's actually going to launch to our community, the beta, next Monday. So that's happening very quick, and that's just a beta, right? We're going to be testing it and debugging it and stuff like that, and then we're going to be slowly adding more functionality. So the next step is like to have a web view that mirrors all the functionality of the iOS and Android app. Right, so you'll be able to like connect your wallet and display your NFTs and control how they're displayed and set them up in galleries. So we'll have a web view that matches, and share, of course, because that's a really important thing, is just being able to easily share your NFTs with someone, like via text message and stuff like that. Again, without having them, go to OpenSea and then see all the cruft around it and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that the apps and then the web app that reflects that functionality, that should be done by the end of December. And then we're looking at January, probably like the end of January, to start rolling out the more serious functionality around being able to create dynamic NFTs, being able to set up auctions, being able to. So this is another thing we're getting into, social e-commerce. So integrating like Instagram stores and Facebook/Meta stores and stuff like that, so people can sell more easily to their own audiences using the tools that are already highly optimized to make sales that people are already using, right, for social storefronts.
I think I saw a post about that maybe somewhere.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot. That's one of the things that's hard to do in the NFT space is look at art not as purely a commodity, and when you can only look at it on a marketplace, it's pretty hard not to look at it that way.
Yeah, that's a
great point.
That's so simple, but you just said it, right? Like there's a lot of sensitive feelings around the commodification in the NFT space, right? Like when we say what is valuable art, well, I mean, if you actually care about art, then the last sale might not matter to you at all. But most of the NFT space is driven by, well, what was the last sale? What is the floor for this collection, right? What has like the trading volume been and all that kind of stuff? It's like, that matters to all of us. We're all speculating here. We all want to make money. We all want to build the things that we think are beautiful and meaningful, and we require capital to do that. But yeah, I mean, there's a very fundamental trade-off in how we experience these things. And so we have to figure out through technology, through UX, and through narrative, how can art just be art? What does that mean?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I don't know what it means though.
Just kidding. And you're a lifelong artist. So, if you don't know, I'm not sure if I know either.
We're all screwed. Yeah, no.
I hold it to the same definition as porn. I can't tell you, but I know it when I see
it. Yeah. No, it's I always am excited, and I'm sort of interested in like where does this go outside of the arts and the gaming space. But as a collector, I do definitely have different collector hats that I wear, and there is definitely one that just like doesn't give a crap about like what this NFT will do down the line or in the future or whatever. It's just like I'm getting this one because I like it, and that's final. I do have that hat, but I do have the other one where I'm like, chasing the gold nugget as well too, where I'm like, oh well, how much is this one, or how many of this sold, or whatever, like I get nerdy about it. But I think it's important to take time to dabble in the space for just like the pure enjoyment of the arts that you like and stuff, so that way that the space can continue to thrive and flourish. You know what I mean? Like if you're putting your hearts and souls into what you really care about versus just like chasing the dollar, I think it just prolongs everything. It makes it a safer space, if you will.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I'm stating the obvious here to this community, but it's one of the things that makes the NFT space so interesting is like, there's art at the aesthetic level, and then there's kind of the art of like community building and value building and kind of road mapping, right? These are terms that can kind of get commodified in like a product sense. But the reality is that it's becoming part of the art, right? It's like you look at some of these collectibles, and it's like you immediately think like, well, how does this connect to the other ones? How does this relate to them? Is this going to be my profile picture? What kind of community does this allow me to be in? What kind of vibe does this set, for me and my online persona? Do I want this to like be in my wallet? Is this like of a style that'll actually help my brand? And these are things that like the threshold between like artistic experience and commodification becomes really blurred, and might not be a bad thing, right? It's an experimental space that we're all in.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been like every day we'll share some sort of crazy weird project, for better or for worse. I actually enjoy showing the worst ones a lot because they're usually the more humorous ones. But my brother Emmett sent me a link to something last night. It was DNA Cultura, these NFTs, and it's just a weird, crazy, weird little project here. DNA Cultura NFTs is a collection of unique. What is that? What is that? Patch stitch? Pastiche. Weird cutouts
Pastiche,
from various
yeah.
projects and iconic characters. 5,555 NFTs with different DNA, randomly generated digital collectibles of strange rarity, but luckily registered on the Ethereum blockchain as ERC721 tokens and hosted on IPFS, whatever that means. So I mean, like, I don't know if these are gonna, but they're really damn cheap. The guy was what, they're 0.01 or something like that. You can only get 5 of them, and Emmett showed them to me. I thought they were cool. But I don't know if they're, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it doesn't matter to me. I just thought they were neat.
I want to know if I get royalties if they used any of the parts of my Lazy Lions.
Yeah, well, I would imagine though, like as I was thinking about this, like as long as they own all the NFTs, right, that they're slicing up, it's theirs to do whatever the hell they want with. They own it.
Fair enough.
So fair play. Good game.
So that's pretty wild, right? Because so I kind of agree with what you just said, but what happens when like they sell the Lazy Lion that they're using, right? Does some type of ownership or royalty or whatever transfer from the derivatives that were made from it? Or does that just become the, like, you know, if you make art while you own this thing, that's a derivative of the NFT, does that become your art, right? What is the relationship between the origin NFT and the derivatives? You know, it's an example of like, we have to figure these things out, like at a very, you know, fundamental economic and philosophical level. These are like, from my experience, unresolved conversations, you know, completely. And they're very disruptive conversations in a positive way, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could argue with myself on the whole derivative thing.
Yeah. What's your
Who wins?
argument? Yeah.
I mean, there's just, it's, you know, I get it when I look at the projects and a lot of them are cool, but at the same time, there's just a part of me that's like, but you're just kind of reusing someone else's art. You know, it's like, but in interesting ways. You know, I just have this struggle in my brain. You know?
I got 2 words for you. I got 2 words. Paul's Boutique. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you know, Paul's Boutique, the Beastie Boys album has what? How many samples? 250 blah 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 samples or whatever. It's one of the greatest production albums ever. You know, you couldn't make this album today. You absolutely couldn't. Like, it would just cost millions and millions of dollars to clear all these samples or whatnot. I like the idea, like, of being
visual samples. I like that context.
Visual samples. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what this DNA culture thing is, you know, by slicing up, like, it's like 4 different NFTs that make one, kind of, you know, like they've shredded the head of a punk, a lion, a penguin, you know, keep going. Like, there's a few other ones in the mix there, right? And then they're all blended together. So it is technically a brand new NFT.
Keep seeing a sweet Michael Jackson Thriller jacket in there.
I see that in there too. Yeah. But so yeah, it's an interesting one. It definitely turns the question. I like the idea of like the art being there to be used again. Like, once you've completed your piece and it's done and you say it's done and people have enjoyed it, why not go ahead and let somebody else remix the hell out of it? Visually, autoly, whatever. But
yeah, so I actually have some interesting thoughts on this one as well. Or maybe they're interesting. I don't know. Maybe everyone's had these. It's hard to tell what's an original idea in the NFT space. But, you know, I do think it's an actual problem. There's duality here that's really tricky, because the promise of the digital age is that you make something once and then everybody can have it, right? Almost at no cost. It's like, you know, the promise of Pirate Bay, if you just ignore property rights, which I still use. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that. You know, it's like, in a way, the NFT space is regressive, right? Because it moves away from the idea that like everyone can access things, and it puts property at the center of the conversation. But then the next evolution of that conversation needs to be like, how do you have both? How do you encourage remix culture, right? There's this really amazing documentary on the artist Girl Talk. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's about his album Night Ripper, and you know, he got sued by everybody. And you know, the problem there is that it curbs creativity, right? When it's all about like who owns what, right, and are they going to get a piece of it, you know, whatever. But if you approach, for example, like music stems, like let's say you have a platform where you upload your music stems as an NFT, and then if someone makes an NFT using your stems, it's written to the blockchain, it has provenance, it's verifiable, and then if they make music, you don't get anything because they're just making stuff as an artist. But if they sell the music, then you get a fractional royalty, right? Because they've used your stem.
Right.
And I think the only way to make this stuff sensible is to do it on the blockchain, because it's the
Right.
only way to actually objectively see how the usage is playing out and whether or not there's actually any value being generated
No,
that
like,
should be captured by the original artist.
It's basically like the old way of thinking versus the new way of thinking. And I swear to God, like when I first got into the crypto space, I read, I don't know how many white papers of different, I just one after another, and was just blown away. Because to me, what I was reading was everything that I was learned in reverse, like everything that the regular world had set up, and how money flowed and this and that. And you're reading these concepts in these white papers, and it was like exactly opposite, going the other way. And I think that's like what you're saying is true. Like this could save, like NFTs in the blockchain, like will save art, and it's already beginning. It will save music as well, because you can bake the artist's percentage into the stem, like you're saying, like into the thing. And so when it shows up, it's reported and sent back to the artist, like it's just, that makes more sense than anything, like as soon as they figure it out, which I'm sure they're working on it already, like it's probably not far away until music gets to like have its day again, like artists and like the labels can make money again, like probably. That's my guess.
So there's just something I want to say to you about this, because I'm checking out this DNA Cultura site, and I want to know what you guys think about this. But when I go to a site, click on nothing, and they ask me to connect my MetaMask, and MetaMask pops up, I feel dirty. I'm like, what? I don't even know you yet. It's like you go on a date, you sit down, and someone tries to kiss you, and you don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. No, it's more like someone's trying to kiss you and also see what's in your wallet. You know what I mean? Like your literal wallet. And I just have to share that, because I went to this site and MetaMask popped up, and I'm like, God, it feels weird. Don't do that.
The majority of them do that now, it seems like, like they're all doing that.
If they're mint sites, that's what they're doing basically. Like this is, a lot of them are basically front pages to mint on, so they automatic gotta connect. But yeah, I have kind of a scanning protocol that I take with every website that I visit, and go through like that for sure.
I was looking at a website yesterday, as doesn't matter why, but it not only I needed to create an account before I could get to the mint page, and they required my email address and phone number, and I was like, I think this is as far as I'm going to go today with your website, but thank you for your time.
Yeah, that's weird. So I mean, asking for an email address to mint is weird. So we ask for an email address for our whitelist because we want to be able to communicate with people. And it's a tricky thing, right? It's like, there are some approaches to the NFT space. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen like Urbit, like there's like Urbit IDs, and they can act as like kind of like your email address, you're a bunch of things. It could be a bunch of different things combined into one NFT that exists within their protocol. But like, we haven't really resolved that yet, right? Even like airdropping now, like, you can't really communicate with people via airdrop, because on like OpenSea, things go to your hidden folder by default. They actually messed us up. We did an airdrop as a reward for our ticket holders, and then everyone flipped out. They're like, I didn't get it. And we thought we screwed up. We were like embarrassed. And then we realized like they had just implemented this without even announcing it yet. And we were like some of the first people to get caught in their filter. And we're like, these guys all want the NFT. This is weird. So figuring out how to communicate with people in the NFT space when they own your NFTs, and when they're a collector, that's really tricky. Discords are, there's just too many Discords to keep up with all, if you're a serious collector,
Yeah, and I'm not opposed, generally speaking, to providing my email address to a project that I'm interested in, or that I want to mint. But as you said, to just kind of lead on the first date with what's your email address and phone number before I can even really, I just want to know how many you've minted. Like, Tell me that,
Yeah,
and then I'll make
right.
a decision. Not that that's the whole thing. Not that how many a project is minted is the whole thing. Of course, there are legitimate reasons why good projects don't necessarily mint well, but you know, you gotta look at the whole picture at some point, and that's part of it. So, and yeah, that airdrop thing with whelps killed us a couple times. We moved the whole project from Ethereum over to Polygon, and then not as we were doing it, or not even at a reasonable time frame after we did it, but like a few months after we did it, they delisted the whole project because they just saw it as one big Polygon drop. That was a nightmare to try to get back to listed. So
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation in this space, right? It's like the amount of centralization and authority that some of these platforms have. I mean, it's tricky, even with like the, you know, I'm sure you guys have come across like the Bored Ape Yacht Club scandal where supposedly like 2 were stolen. And I guess the Bored Ape Yacht Club team officially decided that these 2 stolen Bored Apes were now worthless. They shouldn't be recognized as having any value. And it's like, I get what they're trying to do. I think it's important to figure this stuff out. But again, it just shows how central the authority can be. It's like, I mean, what if they weren't stolen? I don't know. There's just like, that's a lot of money to have some 2 Bored Apes just completely canceled from the collection. It also impacts the rarity of other attributes and stuff like that, right? So it's a central authority, and what is supposedly a decentralized ownership relationship that's directly modifying the market without your permission.
well, and how do you even enforce that? I mean, yeah, maybe you get a market to blacklist a specific asset, which, you know, is a whole other conversation about whether that should happen or not. But, you know, if you're told there's only 2 that don't have value, I'm sorry, they have an inherent value now, right? Like they're the most unique.
That's true. That's true. Wow. You know what? That's so simple. I didn't even think about that in that scenario. Yeah, it's just,
I think
another
they can
attribute.
pull them from being viewed. I think they can pull them now.
And that's why you want stuff hosted on IPFS, theoretically, although you can still take it down theoretically, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I love deep dive NFT talk. You know, I've been having this conversation more and more frequently, which is that like the NFT space, like any new industry, it's going through its cycles, right? It's got to expand. It's got to expand to a potentially untenable size, and it's got to have these growing pains and hiccups, and people have to talk about, you know, I don't want to use the R word for regulation, but people have to talk about the types of regulation that they at least think the community should self-govern, right? So if we don't want to see assets blacklisted for any reason, even if they were stolen, then that's something that a conversation needs to be had, and it needs to be had by many people, and it needs to kind of get out in the ether of this is what's acceptable in the space. Otherwise, you know, we do risk governments coming in wanting to regulate.
Yeah.
Gary. I mean, but like, let's just like talk about like decentralization for a second. Like, no matter what, doesn't there have to be somebody to like make sure that the electricity is running, or doesn't somebody have to make sure that that decentralized hub is like, you know, somebody has to pay the electricity. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always, there's always going to be a human involved, right?
Yeah.
At the very end of just something decentralized, there's always a human, I think. Am I wrong?
I think the idea, and I know John, go ahead. It looks like you want to say something. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think the idea, at least behind most blockchains or some blockchains, is that it's not just that one computer, that one human that's running it. There's multiple nodes. So in theory, if every single node or if every single human running it didn't pay the electricity bill, yeah, I suppose it could go away. But what are the odds that everyone's going to do it at the exact same time?
Right. Yeah, no, there's to be a lot of hoopla to make something like that.
I'm thinking of that bad TV show from a few years ago where the where the electricity stopped working worldwide for no reason, or that was the point of the show. You had to figure out why electricity stopped working worldwide. That'd probably take out a blockchain. That'd be my guess.
Solar flares, man. Watch out for the solar flares.
They're real, man. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, the thing I was going to add to that is like, you know, there's a bit of a language game here. It's like decentralization is not a black and white question. I mean, there are some areas where it is, like, you know, is your entire system set up on Amazon AWS? And if they kick you off, will everything go away? You know, that is very, very, very centralized, especially if there's like one person in charge of whether or not that happens. But I would say, you know, it's valuable to think of decentralization as like a spectrum or like shades of gray with different thresholds where there are very practical and material trade-offs, right? And you see this at like, you know, let's say Binance Smart Chain. I'm not equipped at a technical level to really get into like, you know, the ways in which it's centralized, but it's a common point of criticism is that their efficiency gains come at the expense of centralization, or right, less decentralization, certainly a lot less than something like Bitcoin, which is kind of considered like the gold standard of decentralization. I think for the crypto community at large, right? Something that's like set it and forget it. Now it's out there and you participate in it. There's a protocol, and no one centrally controls that protocol. Now, someone might school me and tell me like why that's wrong and why I'm thinking about Bitcoin wrong, but that's okay. You can't know everything about everything in the blockchain space.
No, yeah, I think that makes sense. So essentially, all humans can die, and the robots can run it. Keep it going.
I mean, isn't that the goal, right? It's
Yeah.
just, you know, we just have to get crypto rich enough to become the robots before the robots become the dominant species, and you're just left to be an obsolete meat bag.
And
Right?
like that new Tom Hanks movie, we teach the robots to take care of our pets.
There's a
Oh man, I haven't caught that yet.
Oh, it'll make you cry.
what's it called? Not filch, fletch. I don't know.
Felch. I think it's called Felch. Yeah.
Oof, that's a big word.
I think I found the farmer's world of the ETH blockchain here. I think it's called Wolf Game. They're selling land right now, and I know Farmers World beta just went live
This
today.
one had
or
some-
supposed to be.
This one had some controversy surrounding it.
Did it?
Yeah, because it was such a huge release, and now there's a couple like I think the wolves and the sheep came out first, right? And there was like 20,000 sheep and only a certain amount of wolves. Somebody on Twitter started posting a way that people were manipulating the smart contract and getting in on the wolf mints with a higher probability. And yeah, that allowed them to claim their wool token and get 100x the amount of wool tokens that they should have gotten, or just a whole breakdown. I didn't go through it, but I saw it, and I saw some stuff.
Kids learn how to read smart contracts, learn how to program smart contracts. That's what you got to do now, kids. All the kids out there.
But it's funny, right? You say like kids, and the reality is like you have to be pretty advanced to pick up on some of this stuff, right? The example I would bring up is what were they called? The mech one, the Mechaverse.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like they supposedly had really solid developers, and people still able to like snipe traits and kind of game the smart contract, right? So it's like it's an arms race. It's the traditional, hacker, white hat, black hat hacker arms race. And it's scary in the crypto space because, you make one mistake and a whole project. I mean, Mechaverse made a lot of money. And then a lot of people, like, I don't know where it stands right now. I don't know if the community is like still behind it or whatever, but I know for a while, every time I saw someone post about Mechaverse, it was just like a Twitter thread about how stupid it was and how they screwed up and how they messed up their tokenomics because of the trade sniping and all that stuff. And that was an incredibly financially successful project. Hopefully they're able to complete their roadmap and reach their goals and provide more value to
the
people that bought in.
money they made. Jesus.
Yeah, right.
You should be able to complete 6 roadmaps with those ducats. That's a haul right there.
We helped discover an exploit on a certain blockchain that if you were minting, if you're using their process to mint a whole bunch for zero cost, because you were because that's what you wanted to do. Somebody could come in and front end that or front run that and take the mint because it was 0 cost. So even just as you were minting it for promo or into your own wallet or whatever it was, someone can come and grab it. So glad we found that exploit before it was too late. But yeah.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah,
Scary
that's a scary
world.
one.
Keeps
But
you on
it's-
your
it's-
toes.
But exciting though. Scary but exciting. I'm a huge fan.
All part of those growing pains we were talking about earlier. You're not gonna have
Yeah. I mean,
success without failure.
I've made some mistakes. Sure, I've made some mistakes. I've been scammed. Been scammed a few times.
Oh my god!
What are
Yeah.
you laughing at, Emmett?
I thought you were gonna get into singing the song at the end of "Sick of It All"
So-
right there.
So we
I thought there was a song coming too.
yeah, I
Really?
There's a smooth
Yeah.
I've
transition.
been down, I've been out, I've been.
Yeah.
I've made some mistakes.
All right. Leave it alone. We'll leave it at that. I'm not singing a song. Hey, oh no, I'm just kidding. I'm not getting into it today.
It was kind of Frank Sinatra-ish. I've made some mistakes. I've been down and out.
Very, very.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, shit. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting conversation always. You know, to slice and dice the technicals, and I think what's so fun is you know, you could come on in 2 days and we could have the same conversation, but it would be slightly different, you know, and it would be like we wouldn't be able to have this conversation in a couple of days because it moves so fast. It changes, you know, like we might have finite answers to some of these questions in the next 6 hours. We don't know what's going to happen, you know, but it's no, it's super. I love it. I love the
like this.
I love the education of it, and it takes time. Even like for, you know, I'll hear things a billion times before I understand it. You know, like that's what happens to me in this space. It's like it goes in one ear and out the other, and then I smoke another joint, and then finally it lands. And then once it lands, I never forget it. But
Stays there.
yeah,
I don't know. If I learn something new, it pushes the oldest thing out like Kelly Bundy. So I gotta. Anyway, no? All right.
That's good.
Well-
Resource management, man. You got to manage your RAM.
well, we should have everybody smash that like button right now. If you're finding us here new to this lovely channel about NFTs, please go ahead and subscribe, as we're on a challenge goal here. This is episode 289, and we're trying to cross the 2,000 subscriber line by episode 300. So I think we're at 50 away, I think is where we're at right now, the last I
Alright.
looked. 50 away in about a week's worth of episodes, with 2 week and a half's worth yeah, something like that. Yeah, 2 weeks of episodes left.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Gonna
This
hit
is
that
easy.
mark.
I mean, all of us know at least 10 people each, and then we got 50.
5 of them are right here.
Yeah. But we've already subscribed, I think, most of us.
All right. Right.
All right. Thank you, fellas and fellettes, for smashing the old like button there. Always a joy, a treat. Well, all right. What else do we have to discuss here? Anything?
Oh,
Anything else you want to say about Accursed Share?
I found it, Emmett. I lost it for a minute, but I found it.
What's that, your
Very
wallet?
nice.
My
It's our combs. We
It's our
both share the
comb.
same
Oh,
comb.
right. You have that beard comb. Beardo combs.
You guys
Weirdos of the
share a beard
century.
comb?
Yeah, we're doing an NFT generative collection, bearded weirdo combs.
Bearded
Bearded
weirdo combs.
weirdos. Oh my god, you guys are perfect bearded weirdos. That's great.
Oh, that's actually brilliant. Cut that part out. Cut that part out. No
Yeah.
one steal that. No one steal
Definitely, I
that.
agree. I'm on the same page.
We'll launch it on Immutable X.
Oh, I know what I need to show you guys. There has been some crazy workings going on in Leftland there in the Uplift world. So if you turn your attentions to the screen, you'll see some of it right now. Our man Sensei Bullraj is going ape shit in there, and he's built some crazy things right now. What we're doing is we're flying above this crazy bridge that goes between the two twin towers, flying through the Mushroom Gateway into the crazy club that sits in the sky. This is our crazy new dance club that we have here. He's doing magical things there in Leftland. If you haven't come and taken a little tour, Now's the time. Well, you know, anytime's the time. It's just getting better and better every day, though. So
Wow.
soon enough, we'll have some quests and some things for you guys to some riddles to solve, if you will, some mazes to crack.
Amazing work, Sensei.
Yeah, no, he is a beast. He is a beast. We were both in there doing a little work, and you know, he was doing like the high level shit, and I just was standing there like, or floating there in the sky, like watching him. I'm like, can I help? I'm like, I don't know how to help, you know. He's like making things blink and doing things that I've never, you know, I don't know how to do. So then I just like was like, all right, I'll go work on something else. I flew down and started working on this thing, and I came up and it was like lasers everywhere. Crazy. Yeah, it was just beautiful, and it did it so fast too. It's quite impressive. So
Sensei's becoming the master.
Sensei is a master for sure. He's a definite master of many traits too. Jack of all trades. He's doing he has a Twitch show that he does that's really, really good. He had the dudes from Warsaken on Saturday night, and it was a really good chat, and they gave away some pieces in there, and yeah, super fun. And he does Friday mornings here on the Upland Action News now. He does his 11 o'clock show, so he's crushing it. And he's got his game Faded Monsuda, which is awesome. Crazy little digi pieces, all centered around the marijuana, which I like that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's a true story.
Oh.
Mars thought you've been
every day.
smoking Virginia Slims this whole time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I thought they were-
Slimmins.
I thought they were cool 150s.
Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens. And yeah, so good shits. Good shits going on all over the metaverse. What are you looking forward to, Mars? What do you got coming? You haven't been around in a while. We could do a whole interview with you. What's going on
You
with Mars,
could.
Utah?
Oh, whole lot of real world personal life stuff, but
Let's get into it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We don't have to do that.
Just got back from the official honeymoon finally. So
Hey, congrats on that.
That's yeah.
yeah, got delayed for the metaverse, unfortunately. So luckily Venus is understanding. So you know, we got married, and then METAFORCE 1 came out about a week later. So it's
Wow.
excellent timing.
Yep, indeed. Indeed. Oh yeah, so cool. So the honeymoon was good then?
Yeah, we had a good time. You know, did a lot of the silly tourist things, and went to an aquarium and you know, some wax museums, and had a general crazy time. Actually went into a Ripley's Believe It or Not, if you believe it or not. And they had a life-size wax statue of the lizard man. I don't know if you've seen this guy. He's fully tattooed like a lizard, horn implants in his head. His tongue is split down the middle.
He's a classic.
And I actually played rugby against that fine gentleman when I was in college quite some time ago. He had the split tongue and some horns, and that was about it.
Yeah.
And he is now risen to infamy. So it was pretty funny to turn the corner and see him standing there. It was a good time. So we shot some silly ass pictures, and you know, just acted like nuts. So
that's super cool. Do you guys know the Enigma? He's that fella that's like all blue puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
And over his life, he was filling in the pieces. I saw him several times back when I lived in Austin, and like every time I see him, there would be more puzzle pieces. And then he showed up at this music venue that I was doing catering at, working at, and he was with his girlfriend. And his girlfriend had a tail. Like she had put on a tail. Like, I mean, it was attached to her body. It wasn't like you could take it off, and, you know, like she had a real, like, tail attached to her, and some nubbies for, like, cat ears that she had implanted into the head there. And quite insane.
Looks comfortable.
I don't know. What about the pooping? Like, you got to, like, move the tail, make sure you don't dip it in the water. I'm sure the tail falls in the water sometimes.
I mean, water, that's not how cats poop.
That's right. That's right.
So
they
it's
gotta
probably has a
hunch
litter
their
box,
back.
you know?
Yeah. If you're that committed, man, what's the corner of that house look like?
Yeah, are
Oh,
they
Lord.
going there for it, or is it just? Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh my god.
That's a whole new That's a whole new podcast right there we could do about.
Yeah. Yeah, I did return home to a mail call that I could do a whole podcast about. So just tons of collectibles and things. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to have all that waiting for me. You know, I love my GI Joe classifieds. So I had a few sought after ones that I finally got my hands on with those.
Yeah.
So may have to start a real world collectibles show. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that. No, I've got a buddy he goes to like the card shows and all that stuff. His name's Merlin. He does a show. I think it's Merle World. But
We could get into the reasons why Hasbro continues to make figures and then realizes that they're not that great. So then they release super hard to get deluxe figures over and over and over again of the same guys. It's pretty interesting, but
Sounds like they do realize what they're doing.
they don't until it's been done. So yeah, well, like this is, I don't know if you know Zartan from he was pretty cool.
No.
Yeah, he turned blue in the sun and is he's a master of disguise. So they sent him with one face in the beginning, and then heard all the blowback about him not turning colors because that's what was the coolest thing in the 80s. And so then they come out with the Master of Disguise with the changing face on the cover. And
Look at that.
Yeah,
he changes blue when he's cold, which it's a little chilly in here. And then he comes with a whole row of heads that you can swap out for the disguises. And
Man, take that out of the box and play with it. You're killing me. I want to
Oh,
play toys.
there's a bunch of them back here, my friends.
But that's not that far off from a dynamic NFT right there.
Yeah.
You know, getting morphing and changing by the weather.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah,
There we go. It's
close.
happening.
Let's
The
do
old
it,
school
y'all.
version. Oh,
Old
see, I
school.
get two, John. That way I can open one.
Nice.
I
like
think
it, I like
the
it.
name of the tangible show should be Tangible NFTs because that's all they are. They're just tangible NFTs.
They're now even providing the numbers like the Beeple one earlier. So it is right there.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that one, John, but the Zhang 2.0 by Beeple.
Oh no, I didn't catch that one yet. But guys, I apologize. I have to jump off. I got another call coming up in a minute.
Do your thing.
Definitely down to keep chatting. I know some of us have some conversations we'll be getting into on Discord and other stuff. But you know, hit me up, man. Let's talk about collaboration. And as always, man, let's keep sharing ideas. I love you all. You're amazing people, an amazing community, and thank you so much for having me on here.
Love you, Mr.
Awesome.
Connor. You're
Thanks,
a G.
John.
You're a G. You're the
Good to
best.
see
Thank
you.
you for this. Yeah, we'll chat soon. Get you
All right,
behind
later,
the
brothers.
scenes.
See you later.
Awesome
I
blossom.
got make an NFT that morphs every time you take a pre-show poop.
I know. I want that one. I need that
Who's
one.
collecting that data?
Yeah,
We got to get you a
somebody's
Fitbit or something.
got a little poo collector.
I wonder if you could like if you're wearing like one of your say your iWatch or one of these smart watches,
Okay.
and then you know like it can detect your heart rate, your miles, all that stuff.
One of
I
these
wonder if that
newfangled
could be a
smartwatches.
source that could be detected, data source. It'd be kind of fun.
It does detect when you're washing your hands after you poop, so maybe you could do
Maybe there's
something with
something there.
that.
Yeah.
Could have a Bluetooth bidet that just shoots off the info.
Bidet, mate.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a bidet man myself, actually, and I will never go back. I hate the word and the thought of toilet paper.
I've
after
heard
changing
that.
over. I'll just let you all know
I've heard
Yeah.
once you go bidet, you never go
the other way.
the other way. Yeah.
I just decided I'm going straight HTP.
HTTP.
Yeah, I'm just using human toilet paper from now on. It's soft. It's the softest. It's
This full
gentle.
wall flinger.
No, that's what Emmett does. He's don't be fooled by his bidet. His bidet is HTP. He uses his goddamn hand. Disgusting.
You just
And then I wash my face right after.
Human toilet paper, ladies and gentlemen. Human toilet paper.
He just plops it in the sink.
Oh, my goodness.
What do we
Human
want to
toilet
give
paper. I think human toilet paper. That's MCU Phase 5, right?
Yeah.
His
Yes.
arch nemesis is the Human Torch. Yes, Human Toilet Paper.
What do we want to give away today, folks? I've got a few things in the giveaway wallet as we speak.
Why don't we give away a MCPAWCB?
Yes. Yes. Well, I'm putting myself on the list then because I still don't have one. No, I won't. I won't put myself. I'll get one.
Yeah, I got.
Go claim one from the
I've
Discord.
I've
Yeah, I'll
hundreds.
go claim one. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll give one of those away. That sounds good. I have three things here, three options here. I have the Graveyard Shift from pack from Corporate World. I have a Drop Bear pack still from the Drop Bear Diving Tree Club, and I have a Loza flash drive from the Green Rabbit.
Ooh.
Collaboration there.
Yeah,
in
I'll take
drive.
any of those three. That's good for me.
Okay, well, let's take a vote then from the old chat there. Well, which one you guys want to do? Which one you want up there? Loza, Corporate World, Drop Bear. Your choice.
Your choice. The
All right,
choice
and
is
you
yours.
guys can all shout out here. Which one would you prefer to win if you guys had the option there?
Well, as a holder of 10 Action Family Club card memberships and someone who put their name on the wheel today, I'm gonna say, give me my Jonesy Corporate World Hell Art.
All right, he's going Corporate World. What else have we got down in there? You guys are still talking human toilet paper. Come on, you guys. I need some shouts in the chat. Few shouts from you guys.
Look
What
like
do
you
you
started.
Drop Bear. Leo's
They
a
want
here.
some
Maybe
human
I'll show you
toilet
guys
paper.
what I'm looking at so you guys can see. Maybe it's hard to decide without the visual image of the NFTs
that-
we're talking about. All right, so here's the Leoza hard drive right here. Flipping around. Okay. Pretty. Got Leoza packs. You might want our cards. Take them in the GR system. Then we got the Graveyard Shift here from Corporate World. This nice little packs here. Ooh la la, look at that from the old Halloween. And then a Drop Bear, which is another generative collection coming out of Australia. They have a really wicked plot in the Uplift world as well too. A really giant tree house that you can go and hang out in. But yeah, this is I'm a fan of this project. There's the bears there. Okay, what do we have? Still nobody's chat.
Loza Drive, MSMP,
Okay,
Corp
yeah,
World,
Corp
Flower,
World.
Loza.
All right, we got 3
Corp
Corporate
World.
Worlds, 2 Lozas.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still trying to figure out if Human Toilet Paper is the next series in the Human Centipede.
All right, we're gonna do both. We'll do
Whoa.
we'll do Graveyard and Loza today,
Big
and
spender.
one of the
ACBCs.
AWMFCBs.
Yes.
Say that 5
YES.
times.
AWMFCB, 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 AWMFCB.
Pretty good.
Man, show off.
That's like from your old rapping days there.
Double time, we call that.
All right, babies and gentlemen, we're gonna dip on over into the old Crittercraft Grubfish Royale pond. For all of you guys that want to win NFTs here on the Upland Action NFT News, you have to be a card-carrying member of the Action Family Club cards.
Hola.
And you can, here, I'll share the Medium article here in the chat. This will take you to links to where you can buy one of these club cards and get yourself into the pond. Get yourself on the board, into the pond, Monday through Thursday. For these, we have the, we have the wallet, we have the giveaway wallet, we have, you guys. I'll ask you guys again in the Discord which collections we should be buying for the week, what you guys want to be able to win. So that all comes for when you're a member of the Action Family Club card. And Fridays is open to the public. Crypto Monkey Fridays. If you come in Fridays, you don't have the Waxo to get yourself an Action Family Club card at the moment. Come in on Friday.
Bring
You
a
might
friend.
have a chance to win some Crypto Monkeys and other NFTs that will be featured on those days. And this Thursday, Turkey Day, Thanksgiving here in America, we have a very special event planned for you guys here at 1 p.m. PST. Crypto Picks Community Battle Royale. Come on in and win. I know some of you guys that won the last time Crypto Picks came in here. Your Lefty Crypto Pick Claw NFT collaboration Claw NFT should have been delivered to you. I don't know why I'm screaming. I don't know why I'm screaming.
It's fun.
Mhm.
It really is fun.
Fun to stream the
Should have been
news.
delivered.
We might stream 24 hours on Thursday. Who
Yeah,
knows?
so come on in. Like, tell your friends. Let's get a huge effing battle going that day.
That'd be awesome.
There's no reason why. Who knows? Maybe we have a really great week. I'll throw some wax prizes up on the board. How about that?
Jiminy
Wow.
Christmas.
Maybe into the thousands of dollars. I'm just kidding.
What?
Probably not that.
Yeah,
big.
no, you're telling the truth.
Really?
In the
I
future,
I am
when
telling
wa-
the truth.
These prizes, if you're a hodler, you could hodl, and in the future, they could be worth thousands
point.
of dollars.
I didn't even know money went up into the thousands. So that's crazy.
Yeah, it happens, babies and gentlemen. It does happen. So, okay. So we got 3 beautiful prizes for this Grubfish Royale. Let's get the Grubfishes Royaling. And they're swimming around and they're swimming around.
Swimming around, swimming around. Lots of grubbers in there today. Looking good, folks.
A good pond, a good batch of Action family members there, swimming around like grub junkies. Good luck to all you fine folks.
Uncle Rico's huge right now.
Right, meows out there.
Don't grab it. Oh, there goes.
Oh, Wilson, you're dead. Sorry, buddy.
Boom shaker. I'm calling names out today. I hope you don't die. Octagon. We got Leland in the house. More cheese. The Urban Freaks. Neckbreaker. I'm just going to say all your names.
Hanky
The
Sheen.
Boulder Magic.
Hanky Sean. Boulder Magic. Boom Shanker.
Oscan 67.
Neckbreaker.
And Powers.
Stoned Rabbit.
See, nobody's dying because we're saying all the names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way
Can't
to
kill
combat it.
everybody.
Beautiful. We're the best
Around.
No one's
Nothing
gonna
will
ever
ever
keep
get
you
you
down.
We're the best.
Dun, 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 dun.
Gonna get
Crazy big week here on the action. Oh, look at the 3 winners right there.
There they are.
We'll do the order will be Alien Worlds Metaforce is the first, and we'll close the second, and the Corporate World third. How about that? Okay.
Sounds like a solid plan, my friend.
All right. So, Lunar Land, you did it. You're our first place winner of the AWMFCB Alien Worlds Metaforce comic book
NFT.
cover. Did I say it right?
We gotta add
CBC.
we gotta add NFT to the end of that.
NFT.
AWs, MFT, CB,
NFT.
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 I think we go CBC, comic book cover, even.
Comic book cover.
All right. Cyber Rhythm, second place. You're taking home the LEFTHOUSE hard drive.
Hoot.
Oh,
That's a
ship
long
that out your
acronym.
door
I love it.
right now. Mars, it's great to have you back here in the Upland Action News NFT studio. Truly.
Thank you, sir. It's great to be back.
Will we be graced by your presence much this week?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Probably with the holiday, I'm gonna have a little something going on, but I'll probably be around at least tomorrow, and we'll figure it out from there with these pesky holidays midweek.
Well, I'm glad you're not going to be alone during the holidays. That's what the most important thing. Family first, as they say in Fast and the Furious, and I happen to agree with them.
Yes, you know, if you ever want some life lessons, it's best to listen to Vin Diesel.
Vinny D, man.
Family.
Family first. That was terrible,
But,
Vin Diesel.
Is there's shows Thursdays, Friday?
Yeah, we're doing the
show
show.
Thursday,
We
Friday.
never
I'll be
stop.
cooking while I'm doing the show too.
Yeah.
24-hour cooking process here at the Left House home.
We don't sleep the night before.
remember,
we cook through the night.
We were yucking it up during the Thanksgiving Day parade last year for some reason.
Oh, we were, weren't we?
'Cause you were awake.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
That's why. Yeah, so no, that's Crypto Pick Day. That's the big community Crypto Pick Royale. So, I mean, what a better way. Gather your family around the old computer screen and battle it up on the old Crypto Pick charts. It's going to be exciting. And win. You can win. Wax prizes. It's fun to say wax prizes because it's almost like you're saying cash prizes. Very similar. Very similar. So yeah, that'll be happening Wednesday. Our guest is Lil. Be coming joining us to talk about her fantastic perverted art that she likes to make so much. And yeah, that'll be super fun. I'm excited for that. And who else do we have coming in? Bob? Can't remember.
On Wednesday?
It was a mystery.
Oh, it's a mystery.
Friday.
We might have a guest tomorrow. I'm still working it out. As of right now, I don't think we technically have booked an official guest, but I think we might have something. But if not, I have a wicked show planned for you. It's like being a school teacher running the show. You know, it's like I got to do the lesson plan every night. Got to make sure it's interesting. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Joke.
Do you have enough stickers for the board?
Gold stars.
Yeah, gold stars. Oh my God, the gold stars. Give me
Never
so
ends.
much hassle. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. There's other guests. It's going to be a fantastic week here in the NFT crypto play to earn space.
I will stop by for some hijinks. So,
Right.
you know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
All right, babies and gentlemen. Emmett, you want to do that thing that you do so well?
Well. Here we go again, babies and gentlemen. The time has come. The holidays are upon us, and the season is numb. Now go on, pour a little eggnog and maybe a sip of rum. Diddly diddly You know what time it is, folks. We'll be back tomorrow with all the action around the metaverse assistance far and wide. And as we do, we always do around here, we bid you a holiday adieu. Come on back now, you hear?
Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't it start?
Wow.
Damn it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
wanted to go with like a holiday little.
There we go. Now it's coming in. That was a terrible
Turkey murder.
outro. I screwed that one up. Award-winning show.
Award-winning all week long.
Human
Williams.
toilet paper.
Toilet paper edition. Tangible NFTs, the human toilet paper edition.
You could win a bidet.
Bidet, mate.
Day contest for day.
But does it have a heated blow dryer?
I haven't had a heated blow dryer in a long time.
Her
Mark.
share.
A long
Thanks for
time.
stopping by.
Her share, an award-winning NFT project. Her share. No joke.
No joke.
No jokies.
And a good conversation about the trials and tribulations of the NFT space.
Yeah, indeed, right? I thought so too.
Very much so.
Quite enlightening.
Yeah. Educational, enlightening. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes me feel like going to community college.
Those days were fun.
Sitting in the hall, you know, listening to lectures from your buddies.
Have you noticed when we were joined by the paraphernalia was, he had one of those hexagon shelves behind them.
He had what?
He had one of those little bookshelves, the exact same shape behind him.
That's
Go back and watch the episode.
Huh.
No lie.
Did you take it from your classroom?
He might have been. The metaverse works in mysterious ways.
Yes. I was just thinking about what the rest of that line would be if it was a Roberta and Susan song. Anyway, let's get the heck out of here.